Hello and welcome. You join me, ADG, for round 6 of the Simfx 1 Hour Endurance Championship. And this week we are at Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa and Miyabi put together. So there's a couple of configurations for this track. So this is two of them put together, which equals a 4.25 mile circuit for us to race around with 20 corners to tackle each lap. And it's a fictional Japanese track. So without much further ado, we'll go through the qualifying order. There's a half an hour qualifying session for these races. So Ginger Tim doing a good job, put it in pole. Diablo put it in second this week. Ickle Pants in third. Mulson in fourth. Phoenix in fifth. Skid Guru in sixth. Basinger in seventh. ADG123 in eighth. Specky Jock in 9th, B Cooney in 10th and Broad in 11th place. So we'll get the race started. We'll skip back up to Ickle Pants, hit the cinematic button and away we go. Race 6 of 10 races is about to start. Obviously this happened on Tuesday and this is the replay of it. So let's catch up on the action. So I asked for a few suggestions this week of maybe how to make the replays a little bit better, and a couple of people came up with good ideas. One idea of which I tried to implement this week, which was writing down the times to skip to people instead of just the laps, which sounded like a really good idea and is a really good idea in theory, but it ended up being a bit difficult to actually look at the screen, commentate and keep track of the timing and the notes all in one. Anyway, without much further ado, we're just going to go through a bit of a skip through version this week. I haven't got many notes at all, so I'll try and catch the action the best I can, but I do apologise if I miss any moments you want me to catch. I've kind of running out of time to get this done before the next race starts, so I just want to get it done now. So anyway, we're going to skip up to Phoenix as he's right behind Mulson right behind Diablo. Look back, we've got Basinger right behind Phoenix too. So I have actually got some times written down for this this first couple of laps, so I'll try and stick to the notes for that, but after that then we'll just be freestyling. So Phoenix making the place on Mulson there as he went a bit deep into the corner. Phoenix just kept it nice and tidy around the inside, hugged to the apex and managed to get the run out and make the place on Mulson. Good move. Skid Guru, which ends up having a bit of an incident down into this corner now. As we'll watch, he just seems to lose it as the weight transfer just chucks him off, it looks like. So we've got Ickle Pants has made a move for first place, side by side with Ginger Tim. But Ickle Pants actually takes the place and heads up into first. Ginger Tim pulling in behind him to gain the slipstream. And then we'll skip down to Basinger as he's chasing Mulson and Phoenix. But a good move there from Ickle Pants. I know I've skipped off it quickly, but don't mean to say it means any less. Just want to catch this action as well. So Basinger's chasing Mulson and Phoenix. Phoenix is getting a lot of pressure from Mulson by the look of it. As they head down into Mulson goes for a defensive line to prevent Basinger diving down the inside. Feels like Basinger's got the run on him. And then they all head through here, nice and close, chasing each other. And then Basinger, probably a little bit keen, trying to dive from quite a way back. It means that Phoenix has to hesitate and just caught Mulson out mid-corner because Phoenix just lifted off. So Mulson ended up ramming the back of Phoenix and they both picked up damage by the look of it. So not a great move, but just a racing incident in my eyes. I know there was a few strong words said about it afterwards in the chat, but personally speaking, it wasn't the best of timing for Basinger to come and make an attempt at getting past, but at the same time he didn't actually cause any contact, so it's just a racing incident, but it's more of a bad timed overtake from Basinger that caused the contact from Phoenix and Mulsanne. Anyway, we will skip through to Ginger Tim as he's got back into the lead. I've missed both overtakes for Ickelpanzer's taking the lead and Ginger Tim, but just worth a mention, Tim doing a good job this week, so qualified in first and now he's put himself back in the lead after dropping into second, so that's pretty good. I'm going to skip down to myself briefly as I go side by side, or more or less, with B. Cooney, trying to get the run and get past him. B. Cooney having a bit of a wide entry line into there, so considering that for the next lap if I'm still behind him. So we're on to lap 3 now, or just about to go on to lap 3. Get a decent run on Cooney and take 7th place off him into T1. And he just drops back in behind and follows me through the next couple of corners. So good racing. We'll skip up to Mulsanne. Basinger now in between Phoenix and Mulsanne, that we're having a very close race on the opening laps. And Basinger actually gets past Phoenix down the inside there, so good move. Makes it stick and comes out of the corner in 4th. Like I say, Phoenix and Mulsanne picking up a little bit of damage from that bit of contact we've seen, so losing that little bit of pace over Basinger overall. So now Basinger's got ahead, I expect to see him pull away really. Phoenix having a bit of a moment on the curb as he comes out of there. Got Mulsanne with an opportunity, but problem is with that corner you can go side by side into it, but everyone's always wanting to cut back to the apex mid corner, so if you're side by side you're just going to get hit if both drivers aren't aware of what's going on. Bit of contact, but nothing too nasty through there from Mulsanne as he takes 5th place away from Phoenix. And Phoenix chases him up the hill now, bumper to bumper. Got me coming on in the background now, and if I remember rightly, this is where I make a terrible mistake. So you saw me just coming way too hot. I actually I got a bit confused which corner I was going through, so I hit the brakes where I should have done. I've watched it back on the replay. Hit the brakes where I should have actually broke on that corner, and then they lifted off for some reason, and I just floated it into the back of Phoenix with not a lot of consideration for what we're doing. So I did apologise at the time, and I'll extend that to another apology now, Phoenix. I'm really sorry about that one, and as I said at the time, that's undefendable driving. That's how bad it was. So hold my hands up to that one. I was in my own little world daydreaming, I think, and it all went wrong, and I claimed the back of Phoenix as my victim. Anyway, we've got Diablo now up into 2nd place as Ginger Tim's had a bit of an incident and dropped from 2nd into 7th now. So Ickelpanzer's taken 1st place now, and he's having a good race. He's got the licence to just try and run away with it now. Diablo's not that close behind, so Ickelpanzer just can concentrate on putting some fast laps in, which he has done already on lap 3 with a 2:15.8. So just needs to concentrate on carrying that momentum through the race and making it a good one, basically trying to get his pit stops timed nicely and not take too much time out of his laps with suffering with tyre wear. So Ickelpanzer looking to make it into a good race now. Now we'll skip through and see what's going on. We've got Broad, I haven't mentioned him really yet, on the back of B. Cooney in 6th place, doing a decent job. Ginger Tim, like I said, dropped down unfortunately from his decent starting position in pole, now in 7th place on lap 4. Got me just cruising away on my own in 8th place, so not quite on my own, I've got Specky Jock right behind me. We'll stick with this because I'm pretty sure Specky got past me. Gets a good run on me but has nowhere to go on the exit, so has to lift off a little bit to be able to pull back over to the left hand side, and then just simply out brakes made down into the tight right hander, the double apexer, and gets it done and gets the run up the hill to keep the place on me, so takes 8th place. Good job, Specky. See where Skid Guru is. We saw him have that incident on lap 1 completely on his own, just looked like it looked like a bit of a weird one if I'm honest, but ended up in the barriers and lost a lot of time and had to pit at the end of lap 1 with damage, so unfortunate that for Specky, not Specky, sorry, Skid Guru, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I feel bad for this one because Phoenix is in 11th place and it's mostly my doing from whacking him from behind, so he's had to pit early as well, get rid of his damage and carry on and see if he can have a comeback race. So we've pretty much skipped through everyone there, and we'll go back to see where the action is at and stick with that. So we've got Broads still chasing Cooney nice and close. Cooney having a good race in 5th position. Hope Broad doesn't mind me saying this, but he seemed to have a really good season last season, and he's struggled a little bit more this time round. Maybe it's just a car choice, not sure, but seems to be not quite as consistent as it was last season anyway. I don't mean that as a harsh criticism, I mean it as just an observation really. See what else is going on with in the distance. We've got Tim chasing Broad, slowly trying to catch up, knowing that he's got the pace around this track. Specky Jock with a bit of distance between them. I'm right at the back now in 11th place as I've pitted, I think. So Phoenix is up into 10th, I'm in 11th now, and Guru's slowly climbing up the field with the pit stops going on from the guys with damage. So it looks like Broad's gone a little bit wide into there, lost quite a bit of time as Ginger Tim starts coming through and catching him up. So a bit of a moment of panic there from Broad, dropped off the back of Cooney as close as he was. So a bit of a shame there, but these things happen. It's easy to, especially on a track like this where braking points are crucial, it's easy to have a really simple moment that just develops into a massive loss of time. Personally speaking, I had quite a good race this week, but I don't think I drove very well all in all, especially considering that move on Phoenix. I didn't even intend to be an overtake, but I still went into the back of him. Pulled my hands up to it. I drove pretty badly on this track this week on Tuesday gone by. Mulson seemed to have a good one. Still got that front aero damage, but he's just putting in the lap still and managing to get away with it. Struggling to chase Passenger though with the damage he's got. So it's all separated a little bit now. We've got Specky Jock going down the inside of Ginger Tim, saying that, and taking 6th place off Ginger Tim, which must have got it off Specky earlier in the lap. So good job there from Specky Jock. Just realised I've been pretty much in that camera the whole time. Oh, Tim going a little bit wide on the exit there. Not too bad, gabbing it up easy enough. Guru coming through in 8th place. Broad coming through the same part of the track in 9th, and Phoenix again in 10th, loading up the tyres through the left-hander, sorry, and then looking to get through the right with plenty of pace. So, well, we'll check on Ickle Pants in 1st place, doing a good job, still putting in those consistent lap times, even though he's getting a bit of tyre wear now. Diablo a bit slower on his lap times, but doing a good job in 2nd. Bazen just starting to feel the heat again from Mulson as Mulson starts catching him. Got Diablo in the pits now from second place. We'll join him and skip him and see where he comes out. So it comes out in fourth, but got Cooney just getting past him before he gets into T1. So Cooney takes fourth place and Diablo comes out in fifth. But Diablo looking fruity to get the place back straight away. B Cooney on the worn tyres compared to Diablo as well. So B Cooney's got a bit of rear aero damage as well. So Diablo's got the advantage with the tyres and without the damage. Takes back fourth place. And Cooney slots in behind, back into fifth. But good attempt there from Cooney to take fourth place, but I'm afraid it was only a matter of time, I would have thought, until, even if you'd have held him up a bit longer, until Diablo was passed with his fresh tyres. But good work anyway, Cooney. And still doing a good job holding out in fifth place. Specky Jock putting a bit of pressure on now in sixth place, right behind. And Ginger Tim's slowly coming back into the race behind them in seventh. So Specky again, side by side with B Cooney, and manages to take fifth place off in mid-corner. So good clean race in there from both parties. And Specky's enough ahead to be able to get on the brakes, pull in front of Cooney to get the racing line through the corner and carry as much speed as possible. So good job again from Specky. Did a good overtake on me, done a good overtake on Cooney there to get into fifth. We'll check in on Mulson and Basinger, they're still pretty close together. So although there was a bit of a moment between, including Phoenix as well, between Mulson and Basinger at the beginning, they've still managed to make a good race out of it in the end. Basinger doing a good job of holding out to Mulson with pressure from behind for quite a while. So we see Cooney in the pits from 8th place, comes out in 10th place. It's not bad after the pit stop, because there'll be a few people still to pit in front of him, so the positions might change around a bit. Phoenix doing a decent job of the comeback race in 9th place, chasing Broad. Bit of distance between them though, but Phoenix will be looking to catch up. Let's see what's going on. We've got Diablo a bit of a lead now away from Specky, and Ginger Tim's actually got past into 6th place now. I think he were in 7th last time I looked. Skid Guru, after lap 1, having a comeback race in 7th place, ended up pitting on lap 1 as well. So not just getting damaged, but pitting at the end of lap 1, which is never a good start to the race, but doing a good job of coming back through the order and having a bit of a comeback race, like I say. Ginger Tim carrying half a second of penalty. Like I say, Diablo pulling away. We'll keep with Mulson and Basinger, as this looks like the best of the action for now. As we can see, Mulson's still looking to pit, get rid of that damage and get some fresh tyres on at some point. Don't think they'll leave it too much longer now. It's coming up to 20 minutes in the race. It's normally pit stop window time for the 2 stops that people try and do. Naturally, when it's a 1 hour race, the 2 stop strategy, you're looking at around 20 minutes for your pit stops, 20 minute intervals for your pit stops. So Ickle Pants into the pits from 1st place. Oh, is that right? Yeah, Ickle Pants has just come out of the pits. Yeah, but manages to get that much of a lead before his pit stop that he's come out back into 1st place. Good job from Ickle Pants to gain that much of a lead. Basinger, Mulson and Diablo now joining the party to make it 3-car battle for 2nd place. See Diablo and Mulson going side by side down the straight. Basinger's safe, he's far enough ahead. But Diablo takes third place off Mulson with the fresh tyres coming through really quickly. And now looking to get Basinger as quickly as well. Got the outside line into the braking zone, but he's still got the tyres to be able to go around the outside. So really good job there from Diablo. Oh no, sorry, he's made a mistake and he's ended up dropping back. So not a really good job there from Diablo. Take that back. Mistake time there from Diablo, and drop back from what could have been second place into fourth. So Basinger taking back second place, Mulson back into third, and Diablo drops back and stops upsetting the order at the front there, and lets Mulson and Basinger carry on with their race, although he's split them up a little bit and give them a bit of a gap between them now by that little bit of interference he had. So Specky's doing a good job of making a decent lap out of this one and catching Diablo because of that mistake. So right onto the back of Diablo now, and we'll be looking to get fourth place off him if possible. Specky on the worn tyres though, so he'll be coming in for his stop soon, even if he does get past. He does get past though, he's into fourth place, down the inside, through there, and heavy on the brakes for the tight left-hander. Good job again from Specky, having a good race in the BMW M6, and yeah, every time I see his overtakes, they're nice and clean, nicely timed and judged, so good driving. Bit of a shame his front right tyre is so warm, so he'll be pitting soon. We've got Mulson and Basinger about to come into the pits as we skip a bit of time. We've got Diablo in the pits now, we'll skip his stop. And Ginger Tim, it looks like, has just pitted as well. So quite a few pit stops on the at the end of lap 9, going on to lap 10. So now we'll skip through the order. Pants is in first. Phoenix is in second. We'll skip up the camera. Oh, bad time. It always happens in one of these races. I've joined someone at a really bad time. So Phoenix did have second place. But he's dropped into third as he had that bit of a moment with oversteer as he came out of the corner. So bit of a shame, but Basinger gets a chance to catch him now and chase him up for third place maybe. So we've got Broad now in second place, Phoenix in third, Basinger chasing very closely through the fast left-hander in fourth. ADG 1, 2, 3, that's me in fifth. Me and Phoenix are actually on slightly different strategies here, I believe, because we pitted quite early because of damage, so we're on different. We're still going to go a bit further into the race till we have our second stop. It'll be. We've got Skid Guru in sixth place, doing a good job. Mulson in seventh now after the pit stops. On the soft tyre we can see. Specky in 8th. In fact, we'll keep an eye on Skid Guru as he tries to get past me before we drop back and get to Specky. We've got Phoenix getting past Broad as Broad has a bit of an incident in front. We've got me cutting into the pits at the last second in front of everyone. So Phoenix and me pitting on the same lap. Phoenix coming out in 8th place, I come out in 9th place. Anyway, we'll now go through the order again because everyone I think now has definitely pitted. So we've got Pants in first, Basinger in second, Skid Guru in third, Specky Jock in fourth, chasing quite closely for third place, Mulson in fifth now, Diablo in sixth, Ginger Tim in seventh, Phoenix in 8th, ADG 1, 2, 3 in 9th on the medium tyre, and B Cooney in 10th. So let's look for a bit more action again. We've got Phoenix and Ginger Tim pretty close to each other. Ginger Tim having a bit of a moment as he cuts the apex a little bit too much and he unsettles the car. But Phoenix looking for the inside, outside line, and for the cutback on the exit, which it looks like it's just about managed to get side by side. Nope, not quite. But definitely looking for a move to get past Ginger Tim sometime soon. The plus side of not quite as many people turning up to these races every week is that even if you're running around at the back, you're not as quite as far back as you might have been in the past when there was 14, 15, 16 of us some weeks. So when you're right at the back and there's 16 here, you're in 16th place. It's a long way back. Mulson getting overtaken by a Diablo. I'm not sure what's happened there, but looked like Mulson was going slowly and probably had a bit of a moment going into that corner and down that straight where they lost a bit of time. So Diablo going around the outside, Mulson doing a good job of coming out of the last corner and holding it side by side all the way down the straight, so manages to actually fend Diablo off with his overtake effort and claims that fifth place for himself as Diablo runs it incredibly close, bumper to bumper up the hill chasing him. Mulson realising he's still there, so giving him a bit of room into the entry into that one, dropping back into 6th place. Diablo now up into 5th. Good overtake. Good awareness shown by Mulson there. So he's dropped back a little bit as Mulson off Diablo's bumper. Let's see if we can keep it nice and close through the next couple of corners before we skip up and see what else is going on. Specky jockeying 3rd place, I've just noticed on the leaderboard. Skid Guru in 4th. So good racing from these two. Having a good lap side by side for quite a bit and having a few attempts at each other. Diablo doing a good job to hold 5th place though. Mulson putting plenty of pressure on from behind. Looks like a decent race developing from these two. So as we watch Mulson still just following for a while. In fact, it's pretty close now, so we'll see if he gets past and then we'll see what else is going on. Diablo gets a good run out of there, so we'll skip it up. We've got Skid Guru closing in on Specky Jock by the look of it. Specky not far off the back of Passenger, so it's getting closer and closer for 2nd place, but there is a bit of a gap between the boys. And we've got Diablo in a bit of a different race, a bit further behind, with Mulson chasing him as we know, which we've just been watching. Ginger Tim in 7th, with a big gap to Mulson by the look of it. And Phoenix chasing him as he goes a little bit wide, mid-corner, with a bit of understeer, and in 8th place. I'm chasing Phoenix from the distance, and Bikun is doing the same to me. So we'll go back to Mulson and Diablo really, and we'll keep an eye on Specky and Skid Guru. Just as I say that, Skid Guru's just taken the place off Specky, as we see Specky having a bit of a moment, putting it in the wall and dropping down into 4th place. Luckily he's got enough of a gap to him. Mulson just getting past Diablo as the same thing happens. Diablo having a bit of a moment, dropping time, going into the wall and losing time to Mulson. So Mulson into 5th place, but with a big gap behind him now to Diablo. Looks like Ginger Tim's just about to come past Diablo as well, so good job from Ginger Tim. Unfortunately Diablo, big mistake, big enough to drop a few places, not just one, as we see Phoenix catching him up as well, as he's got damage and he's limping it home to the pits. He's got engine damage, so everyone's coming through on him now. Phoenix getting past easily into 7th place. It's really unfortunate for Diablo that. Ginger Tim having a good race, like I say, come back after a bit of an incident towards the start and dropping back. He's now back in 6th place. Mulson loving it, absolutely loving it, into 5th after that incident there. Specky, the one that lost out a little bit to Skid Guru. Skid Guru doing a really good job to put it back in third place after his race one. Sorry, not race one. His first lap incident. Get my words out eventually. So I'm up into 8th place as I've even got past Diablo, and then we see B Cooney and Diablo having a tiny bit of contact as B Cooney gets past Diablo too, and Diablo limps it home to the pits to get the car repaired and no doubt probably put another set of fresh tyres on. Got Cooney up into 9th now. Specky looks like he's dropped off the back of Skid Guru a little bit after that incident as well, so a bit of a shame. He's got some work to do to catch back up to Skid Guru and attempt to get that final podium position. We've just gone over halfway through the race. So although it's not packed full of action every single lap this race, it was a decent race for quite a few of us. Which is always good to report back. A decent race for the majority of the field, even if there has been a few little incidents here and there. Equal pants, if you look at his lap times, doing pretty consistent 2:17s since his pit stop and warming up the tyres after the stop. So doing a good job in first place still. Oh, just to say that, he comes into the pits there. He has got front damage actually, so he'll probably repair that as we skip a bit of time in the pits. He still comes back out in first place though, so he's doing a good enough job to be able to just keep that first place going. What tyres is he on? He's on the softs as he comes back out. Passenger will need to pit soon, and he's already come, Equal Pants has already come out in front of him, so Phoenix we see now coming into the pits. Pit team waiting for him as he comes in the Porsche. Comes back out in 8th place. B Cooney in the pits from 9th now into 10th place as he comes out. And Diablo looking to have a bit of a comeback race from halfway through now, as he's in 9th place. And after that, engine damage and having to do pretty much a full lap with it. So the order at the back's mixing up a little bit. I'm in 7th now. I'm slowly making my way through. Just didn't seem to have the pace around this track. I don't know why. Other people in the Porsches didn't seem to struggle, but I think I just put it down to me and not really liking the track, even though I didn't seem like I was struggling too much with it. Just maybe losing the time because of my enthusiasm for the track. But yeah, couldn't really feel what I was doing wrong. But seemed to lack the pace on the other guys in the Porsche, like I've already said. So just one of those weeks where I struggle a bit. But just having a consistent race, and I've managed to climb up the field a little bit, and I'm in 7th. Didn't help giving myself damage on lap 3 by just blatantly ramming the back of Phoenix by accident, but I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I did it. It was ridiculous. So Specky into the pits from 4th place, Gibbs Mulson 4th, Ginger Tim up into 5th, ADG up into 6th, as we see Specky come out in 7th place now, but on fresh super softs. So he's got a decent stint ahead of him to be able to make those work till the end now. 25-minute stint, at least that is, till the hour is up. So Tim again, just gaining the positions with the pit stops and everything else, up into 5th, Mulson in 4th, looking to chase down that last podium position now, which Skid Guru is currently holding. Keeping Passenger very honest by the look of it. He's not too far behind the whole time, every time I skip up to him. Both in the same car, Bazinger and Skid Guru, so it's just a race of driver skill really now between them. The tyres are pretty similar as well. Fuel wise, Skid Guru is definitely coming in sooner than Bazinger, if he chooses to stay out, that is Bazinger. Skid Guru desperately needing some fuel in a minute. Expecting him to stop at the end of this one now, so we'll keep an eye on that. Mulson running round on lap 16 with pretty warm tyres, looking to pit soon as well. So just trying to get some kind of perspective on everyone's situation. Specky catching me up, I'm on the medium tyre. Specky Jock just pitted onto the super soft, so we've already seen him overtake me once in this race, so he's coming through to do it again. I'll keep an eye on Guru because he's going to pit from third place in a minute, and we'll see where he comes out. But Specky's definitely catching me quickly, so we see the pit symbol come up for Skid Guru as he comes in. Comes out in 7th place, so he's dropped quite a few positions from that stop. Specky now going down the inside of me and gaining 5th place, dropping me back into 6th, and Skid Guru on fresher tyres looking to come and get past me as well now, drop me into 7th. So we'll keep an eye on this as we watch Skid Guru with the fresher tyres. I'll just remind you, I'm on the medium tyre, so people end up having the pace around me. Going wide there myself in the Porsche on the left hand side, that much so that I didn't want to cause a bit of an awkward line for Guru because of the nature of coming out in a weird angle and cause any contact, so I just decided to say quickly, get past me Guru, and off you go. Again, knowing that it's for position, but I would just be holding him up on a completely different strategy on my worn medium tyres, so I didn't really want to ruin Skid Guru's race, and with that little incident, little moment where I went deep into the corner, it meant that he probably got past me sooner than he would have done if I'd have just run the whole lap cleanly. So it worked out nicely for Guru, which now gets a chance to try and chase Specky Jock down, which is now chasing Ginger Tim in 4th. In the Evo, we know he's quick round here, he put it in pole position in qualifying, so Ginger Tim having a good race in 4th position, see if he can climb up any higher by the end. Mulson coming into the pits now on lap 17, get some fresh rubber and see the last 20 minutes out with some fresh tyres. So in 8th place as he leaves the pits, but he's got that fresh soft tyre on and plenty of fuel to see him till the end. So Phoenix is now in front of him, so that's his closest car to chase down. Phoenix gone onto the medium tyre as well now for his second stint by the look of it on the fresh tyres. 3rd pit stop but 2nd stint, if that makes sense. So we'll quickly go through the orders now. Now quite a few people have pitted. Icklepant's still having a really consistent good race in 1st place. Maybe a bit lonely for him, but you can't complain when you're in 1st. Bazinger in 2nd now. Again, just having a clean, good race. Ginger Tim up into 3rd, taking the last spot on the podium. But we do see Specky Jock giving him some grief, wanting it off him. So both battling away for 3rd place. Ginger Tim going a bit deep into that corner and just gives it to Specky Jock with that mistake. So bit of a shame Ginger Tim's done that, but never mind, he's still in 4th, and Specky manages to take the place nice and cleanly in his Beamer and put it in 3rd place. Another good overtake from Specky, having a good race this week. Good driving, every overtake we've seen very clean and considered is probably the word to use. and not just dive down the inside and hope for the best. He's considered where to do it and how to do it. See me coming through nicely there in 6th place. So we've got Basinger in the pits. Let's stick with him, see where he comes out. Comes out in 5th place, as you see me just getting past him before the first corner. So I take 4th, and Basinger now in 5th, but he's on the fresh tyres, so, and he's on the soft tyre as well, so he'll be looking to get past me pretty quickly and make his way back up to the top positions, as he has to make up a few places now to do it. So he comes side by side with me and just easily drives past me. So I wasn't going to give too much of a struggle up, and Basinger through into 4th place. That looked really easy. It looked like I made that a bit too easy for him. I probably lost a bit too much time by doing that as well, the way I did it. So we've got Mulson and Phoenix incredibly close together, both chasing away in the Porsches, chasing me down in 5th place in the Porsche as well. So decent period of the race where a few cars are a bit closer together now. We've got a bit better racing going on. So we see Mulson on his fresh soft tyres, battling my medium tyre, and just dives down the inside and takes the place off me. Not a lot I could do about it. Just had the grip over me, and now we've got Phoenix down my inside as well, into the heavy braking zone, into the tight right-hander. I managed to run it side by side with him. I don't know if Phoenix was aware I was there, and there wasn't quite enough room. I thought there was, but there wasn't quite enough room to run it side by side, it turned out. So a bit of contact from us both, well, from me really, and Phoenix probably not quite realising I was there, I think, if I remember rightly. But I ended up losing out from that one, so dropping back into 8th. Phoenix gets past, and Ginger Tim's had a bit of a moment now, so Phoenix is right on his tail. So it got very exciting there for a few seconds, few minutes. Phoenix having a good comeback race, still on the medium tyre. He's got front right damage, I've probably just given him that from that low bit of contact. See me coming into the pits now from 8th place, going on to the, the soft tyre at the end now, for a quick little blast, 15-minute blast on the soft tyre, coming out in 9th place. Harsh tyre wear around this track, so I was just hoping that other people in front of me still needed another pit stop, as we see Diablo is probably in that situation. His tyres are pretty worn, he'll struggle to get another 15 minutes out of those, so probably will end up pitting before the end of the race, and that's what I was counting on, to come back into this one. So I dropped myself back into 9th, but got those fresh tyres on crucially. So let's skip through, see who's giving us a bit of action to watch. Looks like it might be Basinger and Skid Guru maybe. No, Specky Jock now. Got a decent lead from Skid Guru by the look of it. Nowhere to be seen behind him. Oh, we see him in the distance, Skid Guru. Skid Guru coming through the same point of the track. See him with a bit of a bigger lead. Oh, we've got Ickle Pants in the pits from 1st place. See if he can come out in 1st. It'll be no surprise if he does. He's managed it twice already, so he's got that much of a lead again. Just kept that racing going, that consistency going, and manages to pit from 1st place and come back out in 1st yet again. So good job from him. We've got Specky in 2nd, Beamers both in 1st and 2nd, so good track it turns out for the Beamers. 3rd is the Lexus of Skid Guru. And then coming down this straight now on the mini-map, we've got Basinger in the Lexus, Mulson in the Porsche in 5th, Ginger Tim in 6th in the Evo, and Phoenix, as we all see them all coming through the same corner, in 7th. And then with a big gap behind, we've got Diablo coming into the pits on lap 20 for a late stop, coming out in 9th position. See where Cooney is he close to him? Nope. So this is the last little section of the race now. Pretty much everyone's got some fresh rubber on to take them to the end. Phoenix is maybe the exception to that one. He might have to pit, he might just run those tyres till the end, we'll see. Got a bit of front aero damage and suspension damage from Ginger Tim there. So he's struggling for pace a little bit now, Ginger Tim, because of that. Mulson probably worth watching as he tries to catch Passenger towards the end now, coming towards the last 10 or so minutes. But considering picked up some damage early on in the race, did Mulson, he's had a good race and just managed to not let it worry him too much. Kept his head, not worry about the damage, and just kept it going, and it's ended up working out for him in the end. So still finds himself pretty high up. We've got Specky in the pits. Let's see where he comes out. Looks like Guru was just about to go past as Specky started coming in. So Specky dropping right into 6th place as he comes out of the pits. But he's got those fresh tyres on crucially, and he's gone for super softs. So he's got 10 minutes of the race left to make the super softs work and see if he can come back through the field and make up a few positions. Should be quite interesting to watch. We'll see how Mulson's doing. So he's getting closer and closer, like I said, to Passenger. If he keeps it up, it won't be long before he gets an opportunity to actually go for the overtake. We've got Passenger now up into 3rd place. Some say tomato, some say tomato. Bazinga, Bazanga, Passenger. I have no respect, I know. So we've got a move on. Oh bloody hell! Mulson's all over the place. As who got involved there? There was a back marker by the look of it involved, and Mulson didn't know which way to go. Got caught out. Ended up on the grass, so ended up having a bit of a moment. He was still in 4th place. Specky now in 5th chasing. I'm not quite sure what went on there. I want to rewind, but I ain't got the time to do it. So I kind of missed exactly what went on there and who was involved. But bit of a moment, and want to ruin people's races. So we do see Mulson having a bit of a moment and dropping into 6th place towards the end of the race. Real shame, as we've just been mentioning, that he's had a really good race so far. So Specky now up into 4th all of a sudden. And Ginger Tim in 5th, and Mulson in 6th. And we've got Phoenix coming through, looking to chase Mulson now. I'm too far behind by the look of it in 8th place. Got Diablo in 9th and Beat Cooney in 10th. Phoenix now choosing to pit off the medium tyre and go for a quick little stint at the end on the super softs. Try and get the fastest lap. Comes out in 8th place, right behind me. And again, he'll be on the fresher tyre, so Phoenix will be looking to get past me, no doubt. I wouldn't have blamed Phoenix at this point if they'd just ran it into the back of me and got me back for earlier. I couldn't have blamed him at all. I would have just said fair enough. So we're on lap 23, and it's quite interesting because there's all sorts of different tyres and tyre wear and fuel loads going on at this point in the race now. You see Phoenix catching me mid-corner, with the super softs. Just seems to be able to pull out nicely with the traction on the exit, and slips it down my inside to take 7th place off me. Good overtake, Phoenix, nice and cleanly done. I'll try and run it as close as possible and follow him as I look for a dive back down into this tight left-hander. Phoenix sees me by the look of it at the last second and gives me loads of room, and I'm back through, back into 7th, so not too bad a little moment there. Let's see what else is going on. We've got Ginger Tim catching up to Skid Guru, now in 4th place. Specky Jog on the final step of the podium, but looking to chase Basinger for 2nd, and he's pretty close. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that. Definitely, as we see Specky really closing in on Basinger through there. Specky looking for the overtake now. Chooses the outside line. Looks for the cutback, no doubt. Pretty tight corner. Basinger runs quite a good line through there, so keeps Specky behind him. But Specky's got a decent run out by the look of it, so they run bumper to bumper through this section now, which is quite a fast left-right, and very fast in fact. And then running it side by side, Specky Jock with the balls on the outside. Doing a good job of keeping it nice and clean though, and it works out for him because it just takes 2nd place off Basinger. Goes down the inside and well and truly puts both hands on that 2nd place and takes it off Basinger and drops Basinger into 3rd. So a really good move there towards the end of the race from Specky. We'll keep an eye on that and see if he manages to keep the place. Basinger going for a completely opposite line to Specky there, trying to get a better run out, but it doesn't look like it's worked out for him, so just sticks in 3rd place and concentrates on getting back up behind him. Good racing there though from those two. Again, Specky Jock, really good race this week. Every time I've watched an overtake from you, it's been executed perfectly. Credit where credit is due. Mulson, bit of a shame he had that moment towards 10 minutes to go, so he's dropped back in 6th like I've said already. Phoenix in 7th now, he's got past me, so doing a good job in 7th position now. And towards the back we've got Diablo. Had that engine damage and it's pretty much ruined his race really since that point. And B Cooney, I can't quite remember what happened to Cooney, but he's seemed to have a bit of a bad one and be at the back for the majority, which is a bit of a shame. It's always good to race against Cooney and see him on track. Don't get me wrong, we've had our moments in the past, Cooney, but all in all, generally it's good to see you, mate, and always a pleasure to race against. Extending that to pretty much everyone in this group at the same time though. We'll see how Basinger's doing relatively to Specky Jock. Now he's got past, so there's no sign of Specky in front of him. So Specky, since getting into 2nd, he's done a really good job of pulling a bit of a lead on Basinger. But if you look at Basinger's tyres, that gives us a bit of a clue why. His tyres are pretty short compared to Specky's. Ickle Pants just looking to bring it home now. If you look on the mini map at the top, look at Ickle Pants, the red arrow, and then look at the red arrow of Specky Jock when I skip to him. That's the distance between them. So look at the lead Ickle Pants has. Really, really impressive. and a really good race from Pants. To be fair to Pants, he seems like a really good racer, but he has had some mixed results this season, so it's good to see him back at the top. Ginger Tim having a late stop with 3 minutes to go. He decides it's a good time to come into the pits, but I'm pretty sure it's because he was running out of fuel, so comes out in 6th place, which is a bit gutting, pretty much having to stop on the last lap, but just miscalculated his fuel a little bit probably on one of his pit stops, and couldn't quite make it till the end. Looks like Mulson's in a similar boat, but probably make it till the end, because we're coming towards the hour now, and we're on lap 26. So hopefully I run out of time. I feel like I've skipped quite a lot of the pit stops, so I've gained a bit of time hopefully. So we'll quickly give everyone a quick glance before we get to the very end. Skid Guru, full credit to him to be in 4th place by the end after a comeback race. So we're actually on the last lap now, so we'll watch Pants as he comes towards the finish line. Very good. I'll say it again, I know I've already said it about 2 minutes ago, but Pants, really good racing, and congratulations on the win. Very good. Specky Jock looking to come home in 2nd. Couple of corners left now to get through. Again, I extend it to pretty much everyone apart from myself for this race with that really bad move on Phoenix, but good racing. So Specky bringing it home in 2nd place as he comes around the last corner. Really good job, Specky. It's been a pleasure watching you all race. We see Basinger coming around the last corner now in 3rd, bringing it over the line in 3rd. Skid Guru is going to bring it home in 4th as he's on the straight now. Mulson coming round the last corner in 5th position. Good race again from Mulson. Bit of a shame with that slight incident towards the end, dropping him back a little bit. I come home in 6th on the last corner. Diablo managing to make up a few little places towards the end, come home in 7th. Championship leader after this race was Diablo. Phoenix comes home in 8th. Not the best result I've ever seen from Phoenix, but he seemed to have a decent race. And Ginger Tim having a moment on the very last lap and having to do the pit stop. But as we see him, he's got engine damage, so a real shame for Tim there. And I know for a fact he was absolutely gutted because I was in a chat with him, and I'm a bit gutted for him to see someone bin it on the last lap and get damaged and ruin the race. It's not good to see from anyone, so a bit unfortunate that, Tim, but one to learn from. So that's the end of it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll wrap it up pretty quickly. I don't know how much time I've got left. I've been ADG. Thank you again for watching. Brilliant racing. Check out my other videos on YouTube. Go back through the season if you've enjoyed watching this, and watch the other ones from this season, and even go back to season 1 and watch those if you want. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. That way you'll get the rest of my videos when they come out. And yeah, see you later. Give us a like if you've enjoyed it as well. Take care and see you again next week. Bye.